You know, the girls in the comments, like, Drew needs to sit up.
A bitch is sitting up. A bitch is just tiny, okay? A bitch is just tiny. I am a couple of feet taller than George's.
Well, girl, a lot of people are a couple feet taller than George's. That's not hard. What's up, y'all? Welcome to another episode of The Alternate Take. I'm your girl, Robin Fierce, your lovely 12th alternate of RuPaul's Drag Race Season 15.
And I'm Drew Friday, your boyfriend's beautiful nightmare and your girlfriend's favorite reason to kiss a girl.
And we are here once again at The Alternate Take. This week we are reviewing the Drag Race Live Challenge. What's your general thoughts about this episode? Did we live? Did we love?
Yawn fest, just a little bit.
Yawn fest. Once again, Drew Friday is not impressed. Honestly, like, I understand where you're coming from, but also I still enjoyed this challenge. I enjoy SNL moments, so this was fun for me personally. But we will get into.
I had my moments where I enjoyed it and where I had a good time.
Yeah.
Is this a challenge that I'm excited to do if and when I make it? Yes. Mm-hmm. I am very excited to do this challenge. You know.
Okay.
I think I there's a comedy queen in me somewhere in there. Let's do a mini review of what happened last week and talk about who we lost. Can we have a moment of silence for the LA icon, Miss Jo Ella?
Why?
And don't forget the Ella,
Why?
A. We are in bereavement because my girl lost that lip sync, and I cried a little bit.
Did you really?
A little bit when she left, just slightly.
You cried for the lack of TV that will be made without her.
Period. Because now the girls are walking back into the workroom, and Miss Ella is gone. And I'm not gonna say that it's a snooze fest, but where is the drama? Where is our good girlfriend that's gonna kiki with us? Joella, you are missed. You are missed.
Also,
you are missed.
Literally, it's funny to me because the last episode she sent somebody home and she's like, why is everybody crying? And this episode, I'm just like, why is no one crying?
Why is no one ready? Why is no one crying in mourning the loss of our good sister? They all came in happy, kicking. They felt like they was on Barney. I love you. You love me.
I think they're just happy that somebody did not get the badunkadunk this week, and the girls are dwindling down at this point. We get back in the workroom. Joella's gone. Corey is erasing the message, and I mean, people seem a little bit pressed that Anya won last week, and I don't understand. I think she did a good job last week.
She did good. However, Crystal did better.
Crystal did do sickening. I do think it's a little unfair of them to not really allow her to bask in her moment of winning. They immediately kind of threw it on Crystal and been like, okay, well, I think she should have won, instead of just letting Anya have her moment. She won. The judges picked her. Did I think Crystal could have won as well? Yeah, absolutely. But she still did a good job and she won. So why make her feel bad about her win?
I get that. That is a little shitty. However, a comment in the words of my good trans sister. This is your moment. Have it. I felt like she had it, felt her oats just enough. She did an evil cackle and it was cunt. You won in the same dress that you've been wearing since episode 1. So, yeah. What else do you want?
Well, Candy.
I'm just saying, do you want a parade? We can grant you a parade. However, I think that the girls did give her flowers.
Yeah.
Because Anya, they all said Anya did amazing in the challenge, that she was captivating, that they loved her singing and loved her interpretation of it. They just didn't feel her 1-2 on the runway. And I understand that because her runway wasn't my favorite of the pick. So I get it's a give and take. It's a give and take. I think that some of them were giving her flowers. However, some of them definitely didn't feel like it was the most deserving win.
And I will say, I love our sister Crystal, and I know that she was trying to let Anya have her moment. I don't think she was trying to take away from that. But baby, Crystal was pissed. Crystal was pissed. And you know she is forever the pageant girl, and she is going to let people have their moment and not like show it. But I see in her eyes that she's like, bitch, this outfit was sickening. I did sickening in the challenge. This was 100% my win. And she could try to hide it, but I don't think it was working that well.
In the words of Corey King, Crystal is pissed.
Pissed. Clock it, bitch. Pissed. Let's get into the rest of the episode. Who do we think is the piggy of the week so far? Before we get to this week's winner and all that stuff, who is eating up the competition?
I feel like
Drew.
Sasha. I still feel like Sasha.
Drew.
And I still...
Drew, somebody has to be eating at least a little bit. They might not be at a whole buffet, but they could be doing a little takeout or something. Nobody?
You know what? The person that's going to get my piggy of the week is going to be my baby daddy, my baby mama. my man, Ariadne.
I'm screaming. I'm going to have to... My piggy of the week, I'm going to have to give to either Susie or Lexi. Susie, because she's been doing well so far and also showing that she has a diverse range of what she could do. And Lexi, I think she's just been consistent and the fashions have been sickening every single week. So, piggy of the week so far, before we even see anything, I'm going to say Lexi or Susie.
So basically, you saying to the world that I'm a hoe, and I'm just picking based off of looks and not they drag.
If the shoe fits, wear it, bitch.
So RuPaul walks into the workroom, and Miss Mamas is there.
No, keep going.
And
yes,
Mama
bitch, I took a bite of my fucking pizza.
Bitch, you got pizza?
Well, yes. A bitch is hungry. Good thing y'all can't see anything from here, because I'm about to be pregnant in 2 seconds.
It's just very crazy to me how I'm just sitting up here hangry, if you will. You know what? Robin Fierce is always going to have something in her mouth. And speaking of someone that's going to always have something in her mouth, Mama Ru walks into the workroom, and it's time for a new challenge of the week. And guess what it is? It's RuPaul's Live.
RuPaul's Live. And I think that this is a really fun challenge. Yes, it is nerve-wracking if you're not like an acting diva or a comedy diva, but I'm excited to see what the girls are going to bring.
What role would you want to have? Would you want to be just strictly acting? Mm-hmm. Would you take on the role of being the host? What would you want to do?
I think for me, and it would slightly be a risk because I am terrible at reading a teleprompter, but I think I would want to be the host, like back at home. No, not Mirage. I am a host here in Connecticut. I host many shows that I've done, and I am a good host. So I would bring that same energy to the role, very much like Anya. It would just be the teleprompter that might get me here and there. But I'm also a person that, like, if I don't know what's about to come up on teleprompter, I will kind of just fake it and figure out something to say. It might not be exactly what the teleprompter says, and I might have to do another take, but it's live, and when stuff happens live, you gotta roll with the punches, and that's the exact same thing that I do in whatever shows that I'm hosting. So it would be a little risky, but I think I would do a good job being the host of a SNL or DRL moment.
I appreciate that. And me and you would be fighting in the workroom because that's the role that I would want.
Well, bitch, let's duke it out.
We would be duking it out, and I would just have to say that I host weekly So the role
Okay.
is mine, and I can read a teleprompter. I'm not like
Okay.
you in Fantasia
I
Barrina.
don't know
that
what
need
that
help.
has to do with me, but baby, I also have my own show that I produce and
But
host.
you can't read a teleprompter. You walking
That's
around
fine.
here like
I will make it work.
Fantasia.
I will memorize my notes how I should. I'm gonna be Lana, stand my ground, and you are about to be just like your best friend Crystal, picking another role.
No, I won't be. Because
Picking another
I was very shocked, surprised, gooped, and gagged that Crystal let Lana have that so easily, so effortlessly. Now, do I agree with the room when they said that that is basically Crystal? Yes.
Yeah.
Do I feel like they were also trying to sabotage my girl? Yes, because I would have looked at them and be like, so what, and? Watch me do me and do it. Watch me do it perfectly, Miss Mamas.
So you would have been doing another role that wasn't hosting perfectly.
Girl, we already know how this ends. You've already been on the show. We all saw how quiet you were. So, girl, you wasn't fighting nobody.
Baby, I wasn't fighting anybody because I did not have a reason to. Nobody tried it with me. There was nothing to fight over. And it's not about fighting. I got the material that I wanted in my design challenge, so I didn't have to fight over that. There was nothing to fight over. Everything that I did, it was the things that I wanted to do. So just because you didn't see it on TV, Drew Friday and the rest of the audience does not mean I don't know how to stand up for myself.
Well, period. Girl, can't wait for the both of us to be on All Stars, so that way I can be like, girl, no, you're not getting it. And what you
Baby, we're about to halt production. We are about to halt production.
Because I'm gonna look like, so what you want to do? What you want to do about it?
Nothing. The role is mine. The role is mine. Producer, you think you're about to flip a coin to figure out who's about to take this role. The role is mine, girl. I don't care. We're not doing auditions. We're not doing rock, paper, scissors, shoot. This is the role that I want. I said it first. Thank you. Good night.
Did you say it first or did you find it first?
It doesn't matter. Finders, keepers, losers, motherfucking weepers.
I'm sorry, that is always going to take me out. But did you find it first?
Do you think in this kind of challenge you should be trying to do something new and innovative? Or, like RuPaul says, you don't gotta interview. The most fun, you don't gotta interview. And just do a role that just is you.
I mean, because there's still 25 girls, yeah. I'm still going to probably lean on the caution of, bitch, let me continue to show them who I am before I start branching out and being other people. Yeah. Because my drag got me here. Who I am got me here. Mm-hmm. So we're still here with 15 trillion other hoes. So let me still show them me, a more perfected side of me.
Yeah.
But still, let me just show them who I am, so that way they're still getting a taste of my drag, because we still have other challenges that are going to pull me out of that. I can sit here and go, well, let me go ahead and do that and take myself out my comfort zone.
You know, I think I agree with you mostly. Like if you are a more quiet personality, like per se what I was on the show, or I wouldn't even say Lana is specifically a quiet personality, but she can be a quieter person. I can understand her wanting to do something where she has to like switch it up a little bit. So in that aspect, I think I am on Lana's side, especially as a person who was safe until they weren't. If you are consistently being safe, then maybe before you go into maybe another safe moment, look into doing something a little bit different. It doesn't have to be a total 180 flip different, but just something that pushes you a little bit more. Because at the end of the day, the judges are always going to say, you're fading to the background, you're fading to the background. So, yeah.
Do you agree with Hormona Lisa wanting to... With the debacle of Hormona Lisa and Lydia Butthole Collins both wanting to do Sophia, or do you agree, and do you agree with everyone with Hormona being something other than the sweet old lady that we've been seeing thus far?
I did not understand shit you just said.
I said, do you agree with Lydia Butthole Collins and Hormona Lisa duking it out for Sophia?
I mean, I don't think that Lydia's argument was justified, that the fact that just because Hormona is nice, she should give up the role that she wanted. So that I didn't understand at all, and I really didn't understand Hormona agreeing to that. I think maybe it could have been something they just spent too long arguing about, and Hormona didn't feel like going back and forth with a person about it. If I was Hormona, I definitely would have kept the role. I mean, we've been over this. Me and you, we're fighting for the roles that we wanted. Yes, I'm nice. Yes, I'm kind. When it comes to the competition, though, I'm sticking to what it is that I want to do. With that, do you believe in giving, like, if you had more than one choice, right? Do you believe in giving the role up because you think you can do well in another role as well, and the person that you're arguing with, that's the only role that you can see them doing well in, and they can see them doing well in? Would you concede in that moment?
No, because you got to go home.
The girls have got to get the chop, bitch.
We got this dunk tank. All you girls are still here. Mm-hmm. I'm not having sex with my men. You got to go home. So that way I can make it to the top 4 and then go home. And,
right.
You know, because somebody got to go home. So no, like I'm sorry, when it comes to stuff like that, that's the perfect time to strategize to get hoes out. So no, I'm not. I'm okay. Well, that's the role that we can all see you playing, but you're not getting it because I want it.
Yeah. And I mean, I do understand that too. For me, I also feel like it depends on the person. Like if for example, me and Aura got to hang out more after the show and really like become like besties. But if it was like a Aura or a Nitra or something who I talked to when we weren't even filming, like I may have seceded, is that the word? Seceded. And given up a role if I felt like there was another one that I could do good and they did not have something that they thought they would be good in. In that scenario, the friend card kind of plays for me. But if you're not a friend and we're just meeting, bitch, good luck.
That's how I feel. Like, if there was no other role that we could see you playing other than the host, I would give it to you so that way you could stay another week. I would do that to help you out, sister. Because we know that I can do anything.
Wow. So I had Drew Friday join me during this review journey just so that she can shade me every opportunity she gets.
So now all the girls have duked it out, like Robin and I have duked it out, and made it known that she's going to be the host, and I'm going to let her not go home.
Thank you, sister.
You're welcome. Anything for charity. The girls are now in their groups together, and just like me not letting Robin get a word in edgewise, Susie Toot, Crystal Envy, and Alexi Love are joined together, and Susie is not letting the girls get a word in edgewise. She is telling them no.
Yeah, I mean, if I was Lexi, I would 100% be annoyed. I would 100% be annoyed. And again, it's something that y'all didn't see of me on my season, but I can only take so much before I do blow up on somebody. And if you keep cutting me off, shutting down every single idea, you are 100% going to see it on my face. And it's going to make you uncomfortable, even if I don't say anything, because, bitch, I am very passive aggressive. So in that moment, I would have been a Lexi, but then there's the other side of it where I'm not a professional actor. I'm not trained in acting or anything like that. But Susie is. So there's going to be a moment where I do, like, take what she says into advisement. But, bitch, you're not just going to sit here and shoot down every single thing that I say. Because at the end of the... Honestly, some of the ideas that Lexi was giving actually sounded good to me. I don't know about you, but it would have made their character later on, I feel like, stand out even more.
I can take... Yes, this is what you do. Yes, this is your field. This is your arena. However, you're not the only one in the scene.
Right.
And you don't know my abilities because what? We are all just getting here.
Mm-hmm.
So, yes, I hear your opinions. However, my opinion should be heard at the same time. So I get
Right.
Lexi's frustration.
Should we FaceTime Crystal and see if she wants to add anything?
She knows we're filming, I told her.
Okay, I take it back. I look good.
You look okay.
Bitch, be a sister. Be a motherfucking sister.
You do look pretty.
You look okay too, bitch. You should have put some shape in that motherfucking eye.
I'm pretty. This ain't nothing but lip gloss and some blush.
Crystal said, fuck y'all.
Ooh, she's screening your calls. Now, let's boomerang this shit on back. Lexi and Crystal were literally just there. They did exactly what Susie wanted them to do, and they were just there. They weren't funny. They weren't boring. They were just there. Mm-hmm. And I think it was because of Miss Susie Tooch just, no, let's stick to this. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. So that kind of, that would have made me feel very small and very minute, and I would have just been... okay, well, I'm just gonna do what I have to do to get by, because I'm in a group with someone that won't she literally would not let them shine.
And I mean, Susie did have a point in the fact that the script was funny. What they were saying was funny. So it wasn't like they had to do a lot to it, but these kind of challenges are, yes, about bringing the script to life, but also what can I add to it to make it a little bit more mine and not just do what it was inspired, because I feel like this challenge, this specific sketch, this specific sketch left room for you to add a little bit of your own characterization to it, that could have made it more fun. Like when Krista was doing like the butthole thing, that would have been hilarious. That would have been hilarious to do. I would have loved to have seen that. And I think that would have got a good laugh. So that's where I say, like, some of Lexi's ideas were good. Do I think Lexi and them should have choked each other out like Lexi had suggested? No, but they're workshopping ideas. Let's try it. Let's see how we like it, as opposed to oh no, girl, I'm a theater girl. Like, that's not going to work. I know how to do this. No. You're in a group. There's no director.
Mm-hmm. Because it was literally Susie's moment. She had it. She had her moment. She lived in it because she was hilarious.
I'm not going to hold Susie. She knows what she's talking about, and she did do a good job. But damn, let the girls breathe. Continuing the review is the team of the Beavers, Hormona, Sam, and Jules. This was an interesting group to me. I have to say I didn't love the idea of this sketch. I think... not that I didn't love the idea, but doing a podcast is, I feel like, a little harder to really get the comedy in. I get that there are like notes of comedy throughout the whole thing. But if I had to pick a role, this one probably wouldn't have been the one that I did. This one seemed hard to push.
This one would have been the one that I would have picked.
Really? Why? I mean, you are a lesbian.
I am not a lesbian. Don't you lie to these people out here in this
you are a lesbian
world. Don't you lie to these people on Beyonce's good internet. I am nobody's lesbian.
Don't act like y'all you don't be sliding in my DM. When I look on the days that I look real TS, bitch, you be sliding in my DM.
I say that y'all look cunt. I say that you look cunt. I do not want to bump purses with you. I am not a lesbian. I do not like beavers. I like wood.
Find the receipts, bitch.
Well, I'm with it. You know, just pull that long, strong dick out. Go ahead. Just because, see, I'm giving my sister a compliment and she want to call me a lesbian. That's crazy to me.
Well, Candy.
You know what? Nah, see, I'm trying to be an ally and she want to make me a lesbian.
Well, what happened to the rest of being an ally this whole episode? You have not been an ally not once.
You look very pretty, sister.
Thank you, sister. So do you. I like that blush.
Thank you so much.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of lesbians, I love you down. You guys are amazing, which is why I would have picked this skit.
Yeah.
My mom is gay. My mom's a lesbian.
Mm.
So I know lesbians very well. I started doing
Like your
drag at a
biological
lesbian.
mom?
Yeah, my biological mom is a lesbian. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Oh
One of
yeah,
us. One of us. One of
yeah.
us. I
Her and my
live, bitch.
stepmom have been together since I was 9, 10. They've been married since 2012. I have it
Yeah.
tattooed right. Shit, I have it tattooed right here. I have
I
their
feel
wedding
like we see
anniversary.
it, but you just can't
Yeah,
coordinate yourself enough
yeah.
to, you know.
I can't. Oh, right now, right now, right now. That's
Bitch,
their
all you had
wedding
to do was this
anniversary.
and you struggled with that? And
I
you talk
did.
about doing multiple roles?
I did.
Wow.
Don't you come for me, because see,
Uh
you sitting here talking about this is the role that you wouldn't have wanted, and you're hosting a podcast. So that means that tells me that you can't even do the host role. Huh? Catch it, peep
no.
it.
Bitch, these are two different things. These are two different things. Don't try it.
And then
Anyway, speak it.
it's also doing that role is literally what we're doing right now. So
That is
there's so
true.
many different ways that
But bitch,
you could have
I
made it
wanna push
funny.
the envelope and not do what
Okay.
I'm always doing. Speaking of lesbians, I have not heard out of the many lesbians that I know and that I am friends with, not one lesbian sound like motherfucking Tim Gunn trying to get the designers to make it work.
When she started that voice, I looked at Sam and I said choices. And then when Hormona looked at her and said, I'm doing a country voice, why not do a country voice too? Because
Mm-hmm.
we both have southern accents. I just knew that she
Yeah.
was going to find it and go, you know what, you're right. However, it looks like to me she's a part of the George Bush administration, No Child Left Behind. So she didn't catch up. Did I say something wrong?
The opinions of Drew Friday do not reflect upon Robin Fierce. But this challenge, I think, might have left her behind a little bit because this accent just was not it. I didn't understand it. I didn't get why she just didn't do the country accent. And honestly, I forget the name of the podcast, but there's these two white women who these two white women. There's these two white women who do a podcast together. I think one might have a country accent, but they're blonde. You would think they would be Karens, but they're very much like for the people. Like anytime I see clips of them, they're like on it and they're funny. So this could have given that, and I know someone out there knows what I'm talking about. I just don't remember the name of their podcast. But it's like two Karen looking motherfuckers that really aren't Karens, and they're kind of sickening and funny. This could have been that. And it just was giving like ASMR moment. They were just like whispering the whole time. And I felt like it was cool of Jules to do the Australian accent because saying beaver in the Australian accent is slightly funny, but it didn't really move
Land. It just
anywhere.
stayed here.
Yeah, it
There
didn't
were no
move.
highs, there were no lows, there were no I didn't laugh at her. I
Mm.
I personally want to thank Miss Hormona Lisa because she made this funny. If it
Yes.
wasn't for Hormona,
They would all been in the bottom.
it would have been they all would have been in the bottom, and I honestly think that Hormona is funny.
Yeah. Oh, now you think Hormona's funny?
Hormona is a key. It like hormone that it was hilarious.
Mm.
Like, and I don't know. I saw something on Twitter. I saw her write on Twitter that she basically did this character. She mimicked this character after her grandmother,
Yeah.
who she mimicked her Snatch Game character that wasn't approved. Betty Crocker.
Okay.
That's what this character was. She was like, I couldn't
Right.
use it. I couldn't do Betty Crocker for my Snatch Game character. They didn't approve it. So I was trying to. She was like, I was trying to figure out a way to bring this character within any of the other challenges. And
Mm-hmm.
when I got this role, I was like, huh. I can use this here. I just loved how Hormona looked different and took the extra steps. I did love that gray pussycat wig. That drinking wig. That's what you call a drinking wig.
Okay.
That's what you call a drinking wig, and that's a mean drink. That's a mean drinking wig. For all of you younger generation of girls, all of you girls that don't do drag, a drinking wig is a little pixie cut. That say, for instance, you go to your local bar,
right,
and you only see the aunties in this hair. They always got that short 36 piece. Tapered in very close to their head, and they might have a little, it might be feathered, and the back is real sleek, or it might be a finger wave. All of that, drinking wigs.
It has to be a finger wave, and the finger wave isn't necessarily going to be good. It might be a boxed finger wave, but the finger wave is a must. But no, I think that definitely she took this challenge like, she was smart to continue doing it in a country accent because country people are very like private to themselves. They don't want to embarrass themselves. They don't over sexualize stuff, especially like those old Southern people. So is her trying to break out of that, talking about how she wants the beaver, and how I can I touch your beaver?
Can I touch your beaver?
Oh my God.
You want to see mine? Now, what would have been cunt to me is if Sam would have stayed country and been butch as fuck.
I don't know if Sam is able to be butch.
If she would have came out in a lumberjack shirt, if she would have came out with a fucking mullet, I would have keyed. Even if she would have did that deep voice, tried to do that deep voice in her Southern accent, I think that would have been a key. I think that would have actually would have been funny if she would have kept her country accent, but did it in that deep voice. You want to know who else wasn't getting off their neck?
Who?
I'm sorry. I'm getting
Lana
straight
ate.
to the point and going straight to who ate. Lana, if you're out there, and you're watching this, I want to let you know, when you came through there titty bouncing, I lost my shit. It was so good. And then the breastplate not matching your skin tone because it was Corey's. I keyed between her. I think that what made it so hard for the rest of the groups was this was the first one we saw, and everybody a part of this group was phenomenal. Ariete and the way she was going in and out of cavemen and like white suburban gay, hilarious. The voice was funny. I think that Corey looked a pickle and it was a key. I think that Anya, she did good. However, it was still Anya. It didn't give me like she was playing a character. It gave me like Anya was playing the mayor. It gave me very much. Anya gives me Simone tease, and Simone never played a character. She just played Simone playing a character.
I feel like a lot of the girls that are our favorites just play themselves, maybe in a louder, more dynamic way. Vanjie, Alyssa Edwards, Anya Nerves. Who'd you just say? Simone. Like they play themselves, and we love them for that.
Angeria,
bitch. Angeria will be a country bitch down.
In every scene. It don't even require for them to be country. That bitch could be from New York.
It would be hilarious to see Angie try to do like an accent from somewhere else. That would take me out. It's like when my drag daughter Natalia, she's from Puerto Rico, so she has a thick accent. When that bitch tries to do a British accent, it is so fucking funny to me, bitch.
Natalie is a key.
And to the world, her name is Natalia. Drew is the only one allowed to call her Natalie.
Don't y'all go up on her and talk about Natalie, because I'm going to punch you in the throat. That is my nickname for my sister. I've always called her Natalie since I met her, and I am the only person that she allows to do it. Her name is Natalia Fierce. But going back
all
to
my
the
kids
group,
love you, bitch. All my kids love you.
I am the cool auntie. All of my sisters' kids, all of them, like all my sisters that have kids, all their kids love me. Like, that's because I'm the cool auntie. I'm the auntie that's gonna pick you up and take you to go get some froyo. And I'm gonna also give you the blunt.
Speaking of the cool auntie, I definitely feel like Anya is the cool auntie. I love what she did in this challenge. And even going into after this sketch was done and she went into hosting, I thought she was a great host. The energy was there. She did not repeat the mistakes of Drag Race Live past. And it was just clean and good. I will say I hated the shoe that she was wearing, but the outfit was cute. The hair was cute. Shoe. But the shoe had to go, honey. But in the sketch, it was really her and Lana that stood out to me. I think that Corey and Ari did do a good job. They didn't do terribly, but it was just a lot of... I, at a certain point, what are you saying?
When that bitch started talking like the brother off of the Wild Thornberries. The little
rascal from the Wild Thornberries.
The little brother. I do that all the time. I got it. I instantly got the reference.
Immediately I got it.
And I don't think a lot of people get her references. A lot of the things that she says and a lot of her references are cartoon characters. Yeah. When she walked in and she said, "Hi," that's Stitch from Lilo and Stitch.
Yes.
Like her brain, she is stupid. So I got the that's how she dressed was how he dressed. He had the unibrow. I got the reference. I picked up on it. It was hilarious to me.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I got the reference immediately. And I thought that there was moments that were good. This one, per se, until really Lana came out, I didn't necessarily find it funny, but I don't know if it was a them thing or a script thing for me. Mm-hmm. So
I can see where there were parts that I was just like, okay, this is going on a little too long. What's the next thing? So I wonder if that was them or if it was the writing. You can only do so much. And I wish that our last and final couple did a lot more. Acacia Forgot and Lydia Butthole Collins. Acacia, I want to thank you.
Oh, wait, I don't know where this
for
is going yet.
Knowing your reference and knowing your character. I want you to know that for me, you were in the top 3. I think you were phenomenal and you carried this scene, because if it wasn't for you, I would have been bored. Because Lydia Bootyhole Collins, how do you not know Sicily 1965? How?
No, picture it. You gotta get the picture it.
Sicily. Like, how do you not know that? But then again, you are a fetus, so you don't know anything about it. What were your thoughts, sister?
I now believe that Acacia Forgot can carry LA on her back. Because this episode was just a win for her. I know that she was safe, but the outfit, we'll get to it, was cute. It was cute.
That's why I made that face. Cute.
It was cute.
Just cute. It was a choice.
The outfit was cute. But the acting was there. She got the accent. She got the reference of the character. And, you know, we ask these questions of, do we think that you should stick with the inspiration of the character or veer off on your own and do something different? And at the end of the day, it is nuance. In this case, this is a scenario where you stick to the reference because that is how iconic it is. Like, people live, sleep, breathe, eat the Golden Girls. There are still drag shows today about the Golden Girls. And that show has not aired new episode in years.
I don't think any of the cast is still alive.
None of the cast is still alive.
Because, yeah, Betty White was the last one. Betty White was the last one still that was still alive from that cast. And now, God rest her soul, she is on the other side of the pillow.
She done gone off to perish.
She done gone on a greater pastures, child.
Mm-hmm. But
bereaved.
That's the thing. Like, with shows like that is the reference, you stick to it because that's what people are expecting. And then when you don't do it, unless you are doing something so much more hilarious than the reference, which is hard to do with the Golden Girls because that comedy still stands up today
as one of the best.
So this one, like, should have stayed with Hormona, I think, as opposed to going to Miss Butthole. And I do think that Lydia could have made Hormona's role work for her.
Down, because she's already being a lesbian with Corey.
So it's method acting at this point. But I did enjoy this sketch. I didn't think Lydia did horribly, but I think that way, if we did not know the reference that she was supposed to be doing, she was barely grouchy. She didn't evoke the picture it for me. But Acacia definitely carried this. And also, I appreciate the guest judge being a part of this. I know him from the show Hacks, and I love that show. So I would have just been excited to be in a scene with him. But yeah, this scene I think would have been one that I would have enjoyed doing too if I wasn't hosting. But I also know the reference.
Down, boobs. Speaking of another reference, the last thing we had on the show was Mama Ru coming out and performing. How did you feel about that?
We skipped that.
Yeah, we sure did. Just like half of America.
I'm screaming. I'm never not going to get sick of RuPaul actually performing. To me, it's very much like, yes, is she dancing? No. But the bitch is 60-something. She is doing the choreo and keeping up. But she's not going to be over here being Beyonce. Like, she's going to be very Mariah Carey about it. In the same way I love watching Mariah Carey perform. Baby, I can sit there and watch RuPaul do... What was it that he did? The little bit of this, the little turns that she does.
Mama gives it to me. Mama gives it to me, and I love it. And there's no hate train over here. She is in her 60s, and she's still giving us a good little skadat skadoo, a little one foo. And that's really all she needs to give us. We don't need a 5, 6, 7, 8. She's like, you're gonna get this 1, 2, and you're gonna get this garment, and you're gonna be happy. The auto-tune on this record is going to be nice, so you're going to be okay. So sit back and you relax and you enjoy the show. That's the gag. She can.
So she doesn't. I think it's more for effect than anything else. But like, the song was cute. I won't be singing it because I am a Christian woman. The devil isn't about to have me up here doing not one damn thing.
Wow. There were so many jokes I could have ran with. However, we don't have the time. So I'm going to let you live with that one today, sister.
Thank you for being a sister for once on this show.
No problem. Since I'm being a sister, let's go ahead and talk about the tea of it all.
The challenge is over. They've gotten through it, and I know everybody has breathed a sigh of relief with a challenge like this. So we're getting ready for the runway, and now, baby, it's the Kumbaya Girls show, honey. We got Lydia, Acacia, Hormona, and the CEO herself, Miss Susie Toot, a part of the Kumbaya Girls as deemed by Lexi. And honestly, it's funny to me. But what are your thoughts on Kumbaya Girls?
I mean, we all have the Kumbaya Girls in our dressing room or in our city. We all have a group of girls that are Kumbaya Girls that you cannot crack jokes about them, but you can't shade them, but they can shade you.
I feel like personally, definitely that.
And personally, that shit don't fly with me. If you can read me, I'ma read you down. Don't get mad because I could read better. And I'm quick on my toes, Miss Mamas.
Don't get mad because your hooked on phonics didn't work this week.
Don't be mad because I wasn't in the illiterate class.
Well, girl. So, do you think you would have been a kumbaya girl? Or you would have been right over there with Lexi?
I hope that the mic did not just pick my stomach growling. Because, girl, not all of us had a bite of pizza. I would have been over there with Lexi in my corner talking about the kumbaya girls very loudly.
Well, bitch, I feel like I would have been a part-time kumbaya girl. Because there are times where I don't feel like talking shit. I don't need to talk shit. I just let the beauty speak for itself. But, girl, me and you be in our little corner.
America, I'm not going to let Robin Fierce lie to y'all. She would have been the captain of the Kumbaya Squad. She would have been the captain of the Kumbaya Squad.
That is a lot.
Now, what my sister is going to do is she's going to sit in a corner by me. And she is going to throw her shade very quietly sitting next to me. Because I'm going to be the one to say it very loudly. However, my sister's not gonna throw shade. She's not gonna throw jabs.
Now, she's
gonna sit there in her
congeniality
era.
True.
Girl, you only shade the girls that you like. And that's the kumbaya. That's a part of being a kumbaya girl.
Here is the thing. I don't care enough to shade girls. It's not a kumbaya thing. I'm busy over here doing my thing. You already know I live in my own world.
Somebody will say something to or about you, and you will not be paying attention at all.
Oh, baby, the reference will go over my head. So I guess I'm going to just be in the kumbaya group by default because I don't know what the fuck is going on, nor do I care. But if
it's not that you're a kumbaya girl because you can't dish it and you can't take it. You're a kumbaya girl because you're so... I'm over here. I'm going to worry about Heidi. I need to come over here and worry about Heidi and get my shit together.
You know what? Kumbaya. Part-time kumbaya girl, part-time old lady brigade. That is me.
Who was the old lady brigade?
The old lady brigade was Kennedy and Ginger Minge. And I think one other person was in the old lady brigade. That was during season 7.
Yeah, I would have been a Heather.
Yes, you would. Yes,
I would have been a Heather. I'm going to be a Heather down because I'm going to be walking up to people. Sister, what is that? Girl,
yeah, honestly, I can see that for you. And I think the old lady brigade is the most fitting for me. Not the kumbaya club, but the old lady brigade. Because I'm the old lady that does not give a fuck. But don't get me started.
Because then once you get her started, she ain't going to shut up. And it's hard to get her to shut up. Well, speaking of the old lady brigade, Lexi Love.
Who they keep calling old. She's 33.
With a grown-up job.
She has a big girl job.
She does. And when she said it, I was truly gagged. I was not expecting for her to have a big girl job.
That explains the amount of detail in this runway. Because, bitch, she's been saving money. She
works in finance.
And is a drag queen part-time. Full-time.
It makes sense. It makes sense. And her story was kind of... I have...
It's
different views. It's very complicated, and I don't want to judge someone else's transition, because everybody's transition is their own. Everybody's transition is different. Me, on the other hand, I know girls that once they started transitioning, they instantly went and got work done, so that way they can just make sure that they were passable and able to do different things. I know some trans girls that don't have their paperwork done. I know some trans girls that are sex workers. Being trans, it's everyone has a different journey and everyone has a different walk of life. For me personally, I would not be able to be Hannah Montana with the shit. I could not go to work as him and then leave work and be who I am, because to me, I don't want to be Hannah Montana. Not in that way.
You don't
Not
want
at all.
the best of both
No,
worlds,
because I don't
I
ever want anybody to look at me as him.
Yeah.
Ever. Like, all of my pictures, I've only been transitioning for 2.5 years. You know this, sister. Yeah. July will be 3 years.
Bitch, I was there before the titties came in.
Before the titties came in. And the first thing I did was get my paperwork and my documents done. I didn't care about getting any form of work. I haven't had any work done. This is all moans. However, I went and got my paperwork and my documents done. I went and got my name changed legal. I went and got my gender marker changed because I wanted to be able to. I also
walk through your life.
I wanted to walk through my life, and I also have a big girl job. I wanted to leave the company that I was with and go somewhere else and start anew.
Yeah.
And start off as the big girl that I am. Yeah. So it would definitely fuck with my mental, and I will say I commend her for being able to stand firm and be able to bounce back and forth within both and just guiding her transition. And I saw people on Twitter talking about they added her boy page on LinkedIn and that it was still active. And to me, I think
that's doing the most.
That is doing the absolute most.
That's doing the most, and that's very disrespectful.
It is very disrespectful, especially if you're sitting here calling yourself an ally and you're fighting for trans lives, especially with all of what we have going on currently with our president and the flaming hot Cheeto that we have in office. Yeah. I think that was just kind of however, I do commend her for being able to stand, because that's definitely a mental thing to be able to do that. And
it's mental gymnastics for sure.
I think she's a strong individual, because I would have been in them confessionals crying down. And especially them showing her LinkedIn profile. I would have been in them confessionals boo-hooing. Kicking and screaming.
Well, also, I think she's been in her transition for a while, too. So that, I'm sure, also helps her. But I commend her for that. And I think it is a benefit that her job isn't customer facing. She's literally over phone or like Zoom or whatever, where the camera isn't really on like that. So I think she had that work in her favor, too. But I'm sure that it causes her some kind of mental strife or whatever to have to do that. But at the end of the day, like, you have to make a living, you have to make your money and like be able to survive. And she comes from a place, as she's talked about on the show, where she had nothing. So is it worth it sometimes to get your money and know who you are regardless of what people see? For some people, yes. Mm-hmm. And I do think that, especially with what's going on right now, she should be looked at as somebody, as an example, not to detransition or to walk through your life as something you're not, but in the sense, and I've said this before, whatever you identify as is who you are. It doesn't matter what Sam, Susie, Bob, Karen, whoever calls you. It's what you hold within yourself. And yes, what they say can affect you, so it really is person by person. But just because you have transitioned female does not mean somebody calling you he, him makes you not female. Just because you've transitioned male does not mean somebody calling you she makes you what they say, or whatever your gender marker is. It's not always about what the world calls you or sees you as, but what you feel. And you know that you have a community out there regardless. So as these... Oh, Drew! So as these do you need a moment?
Whew, girl.
So
Whew.
I mean, like, as these bans or issues with the gender markers and the passports and stuff come out, if for whatever reason legally that has to be what it has to be for the 4 years or whatever, that doesn't make it who you are. You are who you are, no matter what anybody else on the outside say. And anybody out there, whatever you tell me you are, unless you're white and then you say that you're black, I don't believe in transracialism. But all of that other stuff, like, and I know it's making like Drew emotional because it is a serious thing.
It's fucking scary.
It is very scary. But we hold on to our community no matter what.
It's very scary because we don't know at any given moment, like, it can be taken away from us. And like, personally, I am going through hoops and hurdles to have any form of gender affirming surgery. I'm supposed to have surgery coming up, and it's just, I literally, as soon as he got in office, it just has been doing, I've just been jumping through hoops to where I'm able to get my surgery on February 11th? No, February 10th. And I'm still crossing my fingers and hoping that it's going to be covered by my insurance, and that it's just going to be covered by my insurance, and I'm going to be able to do it, because it's already happening and I'm dealing with it. I'm actively dealing with it. And like you said, it's not about what the world sees you as and what the world calls you. That's kind of it's very true. However, it is easier said than done.
Absolutely.
Because, like, my dad's side of the family, they still call me my Z name, and it's like, I have these almost D cups sitting on my back. How do you still manage to call me he, him?
At that point, it's purposeful.
My dad name. And, like, I've had, like, family members on my dad's side literally say, when I corrected them, he, she, whatever it wants to be today. So you want me to fight you? Right. And it's like, at the same time, it's just like you're fighting. It's not just fighting for people to call you who you are. It's ultimately fighting for respect. So, like, all of the baby trans, all of the people that are, all of my trans elders, all the people that are still in that same boat with me, we have each other, and we have to fight for each other. We have to fight for each other, and let the people that we have in our corners also fight for us. Correct. Because the very first person to throw that brick was a trans woman. And we started the brigade, and we started the war on making sure that we had the rights. So we need to continue to do that.
And again, I don't say that to say that what people on the outside call you does not matter, because obviously it does. But I know for some people it feels like it takes away from them, and I don't want anybody to feel that way. Still fight for respect and all of that, but just keep you protected on the inside as well. And to the L and the B in the LGBTQIA plus, and the queer. Well, they took out the queer too, right? Yeah,
they took out the queer. They took out the IA. It is literally just lettuce, bacon, and guacamole.
No tomatoes. So to the L and the B, the lesbians and the gays in the LGBTQIA plus, just know that the T and queer, the trans and the queer people, and the allies and everything else, they are what gave us the rights that we have today. And don't think just because this administration isn't specifically, directly speaking about you, that your rights are not next on the chopping block. Because at the end of the day, we would be nowhere without them. If you are a fan of drag, baby, trans drag queens built this shit. If you are a fan of ballroom, the trans girlies over there helped build
the
femme
queens. The femme queens built it, baby.
Help build that shit. So please do not think that the other queer people, trans people that are in our community, that some of you have suggested to take out of the LGBTQ QIA plus label. They are just as part of our DNA as we are theirs. And they are more so a part of ours than theirs, because more of us can be stealth. Not that I can play straight. And I don't mean stealth as in like passing as gender, but more of us can blend into a cisgendered community than they can. This
baby,
is their lives. Okay.
I'm sorry, we had got a little too serious this thing. I was about to cry, so I had to.
And you know what?
Joke.
I'm about to fight for my trans sisters and brothers' rights, except Drew Fridays. And on that note,
first, before we move on, thank you, sister, for having this open conversation. I really appreciate you for always having my back. I appreciate you for standing with me and standing next to me and always fighting for me. I thank you. I thank you. I thank you. Now let's get into these looks.
It is time for Fierce, Fine, and Funky, honey.
First up on the chopping block, she's not getting on my nerves. Miss Anya Nerve. What did you think? Is this fierce?
She is not getting on my nerve.
Getting on my nerves.
But this breastplate and the lack of hair with this is definitely... Okay, first, the look is sickening. I think that the refurbished like sneaker moment is really cute. With this category, it's not about what the look is, what the specific color is. You could literally do anything with it. And this was a really cute moment, but it definitely needed hair. And the breastplate just looked like two little milk dud chocolate eggs or something. So her with no hair is giving y'all know that Pokemon that's like 3 little eggs and one head is like busted open. That is what.
That's what it gave to me. It truly gave that. I'm sitting here. Yes, I'm looking at my notes, y'all, because when I talk about this look, I want to shout out okay, there we go. I want to make sure that I shout out the designer.
Mm-hmm. I think I met this designer at DragCon LA.
Yes, she had the past 2 years, she's had a booth at DragCon LA. Her name on Instagram is @FriskMeGood.
Yes,
I follow her. I've been following her for for about 2 years now. Me and her DM'd each other. I think she's fucking phenomenal. I think this look absolutely ate down.
So good.
I just didn't like the way it's a good look, just on the wrong body type.
I don't even think it's on the wrong body type. I really think that it's just the milk dud head.
The milk dud head, the lack of hair, the breastplate gave me very much Saphira Crystal. I think she ordered from the same place that Saphira got her breastplate from, and
If it had hair, the titties could have been forgiven. But I did see that she said she could not figure out how to put the hair on. And when she posted the pictures, which I'll post those pictures so you could at least see, it did look cunt with the hair.
It did. It looks better with the hair. I still didn't like the look. I didn't like how it made her body look at all. I just did not like the way it made her body look. The outfit is absolutely sickening, and it's absolutely tea. I've seen that same look on other girls, because this particular designer, all of her looks are made from sneakers,
like repurposed.
Yeah, no, yeah, she literally buys the sneakers brand new, and she literally cuts them off the sneaker, which I think is absolutely
damn.
bad.
I know this look is expensive then, because sneakers are.
No, she's absolutely not expensive. They range from the lowest product she has is about $400.
Okay, work.
Right, and that's just a leotard. Yeah. Between $400, $450. She's not expensive, because you get some of these girls that want to talk about $3,000.
Oof, girl.
I think, and she's a black designer. She's it's literally from what I've seen from her social media, it is just her doing all of this. So please make sure you are shopping. I think she is queer, so make sure you're shopping with her. Blow her shit up, because I think she's absolutely amazing.
I've seen, like I said, I met her at DragCon. I've seen the look in person, not this specific one, but like what she does, and it is so cool. I will say this one in the pink reminds me of Selena Esteti's promo look a little bit. I don't know if she made
She
Selena's,
did that.
She
She
did?
made Selena's promo look.
Okay, yep. So for that reason, I maybe would have went for like a different shape or something. But I do like the look. Because it didn't have the hair, I'm going to give it a fine. She should have glued that shit to the back of there or figured out a way to put it on. But because it didn't have the hair, fine. If it did have the hair, I would have said fierce.
See, they should have asked the old woman in the room, the trans girl. She would have figured out how to get that up there, because I'm going to give it a fine, too. Let's move on to our next girl.
I don't know, Kingdom. The next one is Corey King. And again, I have to keep saying this. I really do love me some Corey King. But this, on the runway of RuPaul's Drag Race, harkens, it's very similar to other things that you've worn besides the little ruffle on the bottom. This could have been so much more. The category was just pink. You could have done whatever you wanted, and it was just this little mini dress with a little tutu at the bottom.
Just this little mini dress.
So I'm gonna say funky
boots. Funky boots.
I'm gonna say funky on this one.
I hated the hair. I hated the dress. I'm sick of seeing you in this same silhouette. I said it about Anya last week. Anya, thank you for giving me a new silhouette. It's just, I don't even want to talk about it because I am a part of the kingdom and I'm just so disappointed. I have
to look back at Anya's runways because I really don't think she's been in the same silhouette every runway.
Okay. She only had, it was her talent show. That's the only time she wore pants. Everything else that she puts down the runway, she in a gown.
Well, Candy.
Speaking of someone else that just gives us so much diversity and the love of my life, my husband, my wife, like I'm just in love with Arietti.
Oh, this was so cool. This was so cool.
So good. It was.
She said,
so
"I will
good.
be a prolapse."
She said, "What?"
You know, she is the prolapse that fucking Lydia Butthole Collins in her dick costume caused.
Down boots. Down boots. I agree with that.
Ooh, I agree with that. Funny.
She got a fierce for me.
This is definitely a fierce. The spikies on the side, the hair. Oh my gosh. Every detail is motherfucking on point. I will say, with the nose toned down a little bit, not doing her normal nose, this does look like Irene a little bit more.
It does. But I see it.
But it is still sickening to me. And this is, for me, that's why I'm just like, don't make her change her mug, because now she's going to look like somebody else. And in drag, it is so hard sometimes to have a stamped identity in this mainstream drag world. She had that. Bring it back. Don't listen to Michelle.
Michelle's not always right.
Speaking of kids, my drag sister's kid, Lana Jarray. The mug is always on. And from the waist up, I enjoy the look. I like the patterning in the little quilted moment, the puffy sleeve, the head wrap, the hair. What lace?
What lace, girl?
I'm zooming in, and bitch, that lace, this wig is sickening. So I do like parts of this look. The only thing that I would have changed was from the waist. Like, I would have brought that in a little bit more, or like made the skirt either a little bit below the knee more, like towards the ankle, or brought it up like on the thigh. Like, if she would have removed the belt on there maybe and brought the skirt up to where that belt began, that would have been, I feel like, the perfect length.
I agree. I think it was something with the petticoat and the length of it all. Did this bitch just I'm sorry. It threw me off when you bit that piece of crust like that.
I thought it was being slick.
No, you was not being slick.
I remember you looking at the screen. Look at the looks.
It threw me off. That piece of crust looked like it was good, girl. That piece of crust looked like it was good. I just think the length is just what threw me off. I'm gonna give her a fierce because I like the concept. I love the mug. It's stamped what lace that's coming out of her hair, and you can't tell me anything differently. So yeah, she's getting a fierce for me.
I am going to give this a fine because I do love the look, but I do want the bottom part to change a little bit. I'll give it a fierce because like she does look sickening. I'm fierce. It's fierce.
Next on the chopping block is Miss Hormona Lisa. I'm tired of the pink and I'm tired of the same silhouette.
Girl, I know she was excited for this runway. She said, "Pink, bitch, I've been wearing it anyway." It is me. She said this category was meant for me to shine, honey.
Like, and she looks good. I'm not saying that she didn't look good. I'm just sick of seeing the same thing walking down the runway. No, last week for her quartet look, she did give us a gown. She did not give us a gown. She gave us a leotard and she gave us a coat that was more of the look than the leotard. So, was it truly a leotard or was it just a coat with a train? So yeah, I just want to see more of. I know you said Bianca Del Rio has won the competition wearing the same silhouette throughout the whole competition. However, Michelle, if you're going to talk about Ariette's fucking nose, talk about these girls wearing the same silhouette.
Yes, very that. Honestly, I'm still going to give this a fierce because I do think that the dress is cute. I think that the hair could have been a different shade of pink because it's very hot pink against this pastel. And that is rubbing me in the wrong way a little bit. But the dress itself and the hairstyle, very cute. So I'm still going to give it a fierce. However, I am also sick of seeing the same silhouette on Hormona. We saw this silhouette multiple times. We even saw this look in her promo look. So, it's time for something new. Change it around, Mimi. Change it around.
I'm giving it a fine. I'm giving it just a fine. And speaking of sophisticated looking esque, we have Sam Starr. Hated it. It looks cheap.
And she said she was elevating and looking expensive. With those plastic stones, I don't think.
And that little corset that she got from Amazon, no ma'am.
Now,
it is.
I know she knows better. Her literal brother-in-law, Ethan Cross, who made her sleeping bag runway, sickening. He couldn't tell her something about this.
He couldn't have said, "Baby girl, this is not the way to go."
Like, besides the feathers on her head, that to me is the most expensive part of this look. These stones didn't do it for me. They had literally I'm looking at it, no shine whatsoever.
They look like costume jewelry stones. Like it looked like she did. That like she went to the Party City and she had went and said, "Hey, I'm gonna grab these."
I feel like I would have rathered her wear no necklace and wear like I don't know, some kind of stone something underneath it. And that would have made this for me look a little bit better. And for me as a pageant girl, I don't understand how she looked at this and said, "Yes,
I'm gonna kill him."
Yes. Yeah.
She got a funky.
It's definitely a funky for me. And again, with the proportion issues, this corset is too long for her. Like, maybe not that it's too long, but it cuts her off in such a weird way. And the panty that's thin as hell. Yeah, no.
And all these shades of pink just really. Bleh.
Yeah.
But
the mug is cute, though.
The mug is cute. But you want to know who I just want to kick in the face?
Who got the assignment?
So good. It was just so good. Miss Jewel Sparkle.
Jewel Sparkle. She looked so damn good. I believe Jeffrey Kelly did this
He
look.
did.
Repurposed from an old dress, she said.
And the dress was white.
The dress was white?
The dress was white.
So this is hand dyed.
Yes.
And
she posted
that
a picture.
is how you save money, ladies and gentle people.
She posted a picture of the gown, and it was like white. It was like white as this chair. And I was like, oh. Cunt.
Yeah, this look I really do enjoy. It's definitely going to be a fierce for me. It's giving like, you know those bitches back in the day who would like have the hats and then have the little umbrella that they'd be walking around with, but they'd be in the gown and they have like a little
it gave very much
butt
Rosa
extension or whatever.
It gave Rose from the Titanic.
Yes, like that era. Like this is making something in the past eras current. Like this was really, really fun, and I love this shiny fabric. So it's, for me, a fierce.
A fierce. Next up on the list, our good sister, Miss Crystal Envy. Go ahead, Robin.
No. Take it away.
I liked it. It's not my favorite look that she's worn on the runway thus far. It was cute. I do wish the bubble was bigger. I wish the bubble was like out here, like
that
this
she
wide.
revealed from.
Yeah, and like this long, so that way it really gave you. I popped bubblegum all over myself. Oh my gosh. I do wish the ball was bigger. I'm sick of seeing crystals in ponytails. I'm sick of seeing crystal in ponytails, and I do wish that it was a thigh-high boot as opposed to an ankle boot.
I don't mind the ankle boot. A thigh-high boot would have been sickening. But I don't mind the ankle boot. I think what gives me the most pause with this look specifically is the bubblegum in the hair. Like that
I get
specific
that.
Huh?
I get that. I understand that.
That specific detail to me should have been a little bit smaller. Because it just hits her face in a way like this part is where the wig starts. That's the illusion that it's giving. Like maybe if the bubblegum was smaller and it's in part of the hair or something, that would have made it work. It just, the proportions of it from the face to the shoulders to the legs with that, to me, are just thrown off. Does that make sense?
Yeah, because I do feel like from the mini dress, I do feel like the proportions were weird.
Yeah.
I think that's where my disconnect was. I think the proportions were weird. I do think it was a cunt idea. I do like the whole thing being made out of latex. I think that was sickening.
Yes.
I think the concept was great. I just think that it didn't make the mark to being fierce. It was fine.
Yeah. I like the dress and the shoulder. It's that thing on the head. And the face is very important to me.
We listen and we don't judge.
I'm going to give it a fine.
Bullying works, America. Bullying works. America.
And the biggest bully of the season. No, I'm kidding.
The biggest bully of the season, Miss Lexi fucking Love.
Oh, bitch.
I love the mix of the patterns. The mix of the patterns.
This is how you do it. Even when you zoom into the makeup. With the pink
eyelashes. The pink, did you notice when she was getting ready, she did a pink brow?
I didn't really look at the brow. I know that she did like a smoked out pink eye that was sticking. Ooh, bitch. Oh, head to toe. Look.
Go back and look.
She's wearing the same shoes as Crystal too.
She is, but it goes with it. That pleaser gives hoe.
The only thing I would have done is maybe like done some cheetah or whatever print this is into the boot. Like just take a little bit of that black velvet and like do those little shapes on there. Just because at a certain point it does look slightly disconjointed from boot to pant, but that is a minute detail. That is like literally grasping at straws there. this look, from the shawl to the hat to the fucking even skin patterning that she had. Oh my God. This bitch spent money on this package.
I probably would have did the shoes the same. I would have had them painted the same color as the same pattern and color as the shawl.
I don't know if I would have done that.
Either the shawl, or I would have did it as the same way as the leggings.
It should have continued from the legging.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I would have just did the legging, painted those shoes the same colors as the legging, so that way it did continue down.
Yeah.
Or I would have done the peep toe versions of those. I have the peep toe versions of these white pleasers.
But this, for me,
fierce.
Is definitely fierce.
Definitely fierce. And you want to know who else is gonna get a fierce from me? Our next bitch, Miss Susie Tap Dancing Toot.
Yes.
I saw her come out, and she bent that corner, and I said,
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm buying what you're selling. I'm eating it up because it was so.
She was being piggy.
She
was being piggy.
It's not the most elaborate or the most glamorous of looks that walked this runway for this challenge.
Right.
Did she execute? She did.
Yeah. I feel like it was very much her, while still giving a little something different. In the mug, she took notes, but still made it her own. Again, like you said, it wasn't the most elaborate look, but like it was really cute. And I know some of the girls in Untucked were harping on her about it, but it's a clown look. She's literally a clown. Like, what else do you expect from a clown look? So to me, it was cute. And it wasn't just a clown. She exaggerated the neck thing. She put them on her feet to cover her toes, and she had these big balloons on the side. So it wasn't just a basic clown look. It was simple, yes, but effective. So yes. For me, I'm going to give this a fierce.
Same, a freaking fierce. Next up, we have...
this bitch
is stupid.
The way her mind works.
Lydia Butthole Collins is a butthole because she's a penis. And then if you realize, when she opened up the penis, there were vaginas. No, there were vaginas on her leotard.
That's what that was? I thought they were veins.
Yes. Somebody said on Twitter that they asked her if it was vaginas, and she said, yeah. What? Somebody made a reference. Somebody made a reference and was like, "So, are you saying that you were trans?" And she said, "LOL." Are they veins, or am I looking?
She said, "LOL."
Yeah, not like in agreement of like, "Oh yeah, I'm trans." Just LOL.
Oh.
It was everything that I needed and everything that I wanted, and then some. I give it a fierce.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not seeing the vaginas of it all. I'm still seeing veins, but...
It's veins? Okay, I could have been wrong. I could have been wrong.
You know, I guess maybe I'm a little vagina blind. It's been a while.
You've had a vagina before.
But no, I think the look is super cute. It really goes with the challenge and pokes fun at it. It is just a fun look. I will say I didn't love her holding up the shaft ball coat the whole time. I wished like maybe her arms came through, so we did see the vein detailings in the rest of the suit. I also would have changed the pink boots to a softer pink as opposed to this neon pink. But overall, I'll give it a fierce because it is very fun, and it's also just like, girl, what the fuck?
Let's talk about our last and final girl. I don't like this look. I don't like this look. I'm sick of looking. I'm sick and tired of her looking like 80s wrestler, 80s sumo, WWE
a gem in a
wrestler.
hologram. She literally gives gem in a hologram. So awesome.
Down. I'm so sick and tired of seeing her in these untamed not a mohawk. What is it called?
A mullet.
Yes, I'm sick of her in these untamed mullets. Like, you can at least cut it to you and trim it to your face, baby girl.
Yeah.
I'm sick of the silhouettes of the 80s. Like, if you're gonna give it, I get your drag reference, like your drag is 80s. Can we add a little bit more spice to it? Can we bring the 80s to now? Like there's so many references that you can make to the 80s. I'm just so sick and tired of seeing her in a skirt and a blazer.
Yeah, I actually don't mind this look. What throws me off is the hair of this look, and I feel like it looks human, but it's so
Synthetic.
yeah. Like it wants to be human. It's trying so hard to be human, and not that every look needs a human. This is a Cynthia girl. Cynthia
This is a
down.
Cynthia.
But it needed tailoring. It looks like it got smashed in her bag, which it probably did, because we are bringing a lot of stuff. But you take it out the bag and you adjust the hair, so that it looks appropriate. You know,
Baby, your mug ain't that good, so you had time to tease your hair.
Anyway, I see what she was trying to do with this look. This, to me, would have been the look to wear your breastplate with. Like, you had other looks that you wore the breastplate with, but chose not to with your whole open chest. That didn't make sense to me.
Well, maybe she didn't have a necklace to cover up up
she didn't
here.
wear a necklace before. The neck was wrinkly and we still saw it.
Damn. I was trying, Acacia. I was trying. I'm sorry.
And look at me talking shit with a missing nail that I forgot to put back on. So, honestly, I feel like people wouldn't have noticed, but I'm gonna put the nail back on. Yeah, like I said, I like the look. I do like the look. I just think that the hair needed some work, and she should have worn a breastplate with this. So I'm gonna give this a fine.
It's a funky for me.
Damn,
it's
bitch!
A funky.
You don't like the shapes in the jacket?
Nope.
Or the skirt?
Funky. Nope, it's a funky.
No,
I like the color. I love the color. I love the color. That's about it.
Okay, so I'm gonna say I do like the look. I just think that it should have been edited, so it's a fine for me. That is our runways, and I feel like this could have been, for a lot of the girls, an amazing category. But there was a few that were just like
that missed the marker just a little bit.
Now we are on to the judges' critiques and who they think is in the top and the bottoms. And in our top, we have Susie, Anya, and Hormona Lisa, with our winner of the week being Susie Toot.
In our bottoms this week, like me, are Sam,
These
Ari,
transitions are wild. Okay.
Arietti. Sorry, I got emotional. I'm so sorry. And Lydia Butthole Collins. With Sam being safe, and our bottom two lip syncing queens, Arietti and Lydia.
What do you think about these tops and the bottoms? Do you agree with who is falling in their places?
Yes, I agree with Anya, Lydia, and Hormona all being in the top. They all did amazing in the challenge. They all collectively looked good on the runway. I definitely, no tea, no shade, I felt like Hormona and Susie were the top 1 and 2. I also think I think that Susie's runway is what took her up to winning, because Hormona was on that neck. Hormona was right here.
I disagree with that one. I thought Hormona did a good job, but Susie really embodied the characterization. Is that the word? The characterization of Rue's babysitter from Jersey. Like, she honed in on that. I think if there was no runway and it was strictly based off of the challenge, there's no way, and I don't mean that. I don't even mean that in the shady way, but there's no way Hormona was outdoing Susie in this with their two characters.
Hormona got it for me when she had these two fingers shorter than the rest because she a lesbian.
Okay, those are little details, but those same little details were in Susie. She had cigarettes all in and throughout her hair. And
I'm
she changed the
sorry.
mug.
I mean, we can agree to disagree. I think that
We're gonna
Hormona
agree
was
to
on that
disagree.
neck. Um, she was on
But
that
hey,
neck.
look, we have turned a corner. Drew Friday finally liked something, and specifically has liked something that Hormona Lisa did. Because
Yeah,
you have been on her
yeah.
neck, girl.
I have been.
But
I
yeah,
have been. However, I enjoyed her this week. I enjoyed her this
yeah.
week. Now let's talk about our two bottoms.
I think I agree with the bottom three. Um, However, if Ari was in the bottom, Corey probably should have been in the bottom too, because they both did pretty much the same thing. And this is, I didn't love Lydia's moment because it wasn't Sophia. And I do think that of the groups, she probably should have been in the bottom for that one. But I think with that one, they just picked one, and it just happened to be
Arietti.
Ari, because her runway was sickening.
Her runway was
So
sickening, and I don't think she did bad worse in the challenge than Sam did.
no, I think she gave more
Than what Sam
than
did.
Sam
Sam
did.
was very forgettable. The only thing that we could not forget was that terrible voice.
The Tim
And we
designers. No,
that should be your Snatch Game character for All Stars.
absolutely not. Marsha did it on my season.
Oh, damn. I
Oh,
forgot
did I
about
sound like
that.
him?
Yes, you did. You did.
Oh, wait a
Um,
minute. Well, I also don't think, I think he has a very specific voice that is easier to do. But
Miss Butthole Collins, you put your whole butthole into that lip sync. When she went down on that one knee, like she was Beyonce in the Crazy in Love video, I said, well, she won.
yeah, honestly, I didn't expect that from Lydia. I did not expect that from Lydia. And that's why you can't go into these lip syncs singing, oh, I'm going to beat this person, because you really don't know what these people can do. Like, you might have seen a little bits and pieces, but you really don't know. And for me, like, Arietti kind of rushed through it as opposed to Lydia really feeling the groove. She immediately took off that jacket. She immediately shimmied herself out those pants like, bitch, she had to pee or something.
She
Like,
panicked.
she was panicked, which I understand. It's your second time in the bottom. You don't want to go home. Like, I get it. But, baby, you still got to do the job and lip sync.
You still got to do the lip sync, and Miss Lydia Butthole Collins channeled her inner Willow Pill, and doom 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 doom
Yeah.
doom 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 doom, and she ate.
She was the piggy of that lip sync. And with that, the judges have decided Lydia Butthole Collins, Shantae, you stay. And with that, it's now time for
Arietti to pull a lever, and everyone
the
is
lever
shocked
pulling.
and gagged and crying.
She pulls the lucky number 1, making the lucky numbers 1 and 7,
1 and
making
7.
17. And she gets to stay and slay another day. And everybody seems very excited about this. Most
Thank you,
everybody
God.
seems very excited about this, that she gets to stay one more time. With that, the episode is completed, but it is now time for our alternate takes. These are our opinions that we feel are differing from the masses or the judges or whoever. They are just different opinions. If you have an alternate take, comment them down below and we may read them in the next episode. So let us know your thoughts. Drew, what's your alternate take this week?
That Arietti need to be let up off of. Y'all need to let up off of Arietti.
Mm-hmm.
That's what all I know. Y'all just need to let up off of Arietti, and that's it. And that's all.
I think my alternate take this week is that Sam should have been in the bottom for the lip sync. Because she didn't, I don't think she did, like I said, I don't think she did any better than Arietti, and the runway was just not my favorite of things. So that, I mean, that's that's going to be what is for me.
Well, if you guys like this week, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Tell a friend to make sure that they're watching us every week at the Alternate Cuisine.
Every week, this bitch is going to have a new name for the show. Thank you for joining us on the Alternate Take. Also, I see all of your comments. We see all of your comments. So thank you guys for the people who have been continually supporting this show. It is brand new. We're on the 3rd episode. So all the love, the shares, the likes, the comments, they all go a long way, if for no other way than making us happy that you guys are enjoying our little review over here at the Alternate Take.
I also want to say thank you again. Like, honestly, truly, and I want to add to you saying that we see all the comments and we see all the likes and we see all the shares. I actively try to stay out of comments because me and my sister both have done reality TV, and the reality TV show that I was on was very, very toxic. So that taught me to stay out of the comments. My sister does not allow me to. She sends me everything that you guys send. And I appreciate her. I appreciate her for doing it, and I appreciate you guys because she knows I have been in a very dark place. I lost my father this past summer, and I just didn't have the same drive to do drag. I just felt like it was very much a job, and I just had to do it because I've already had these bookings planned. And
said I had a contractual obligation.
I was contractually obligated to be here. And sister, thank you for asking me to do this because it's actively making me fall in love with drag all over again. So I want to say thank you to everybody. I also want to say thank you to everyone for your comments and everything that you say, especially saying that I need to be on season 18 of RuPaul's Drag Race. I really do appreciate that. I do want to bust y'all bubbles. I did not apply because I would not pass the psyche val. Not right now. Everything makes me cry. When I say everything, everything. So I really do appreciate the love that you guys have shown us, the love that you guys have shown me. Please keep watching. Please keep sharing with your baby daddy, your baby mama, your grandmama, your uncles, your aunts, your kids at the nursery daycare that you work at. Please keep liking, subscribing. And with that long-winded ending, I'm Drew Friday.
And I am Robin Fierce, and we will see you guys in the next, well, guys, girls, anything in, around, and in between. We will see y'all next week. Bye.
Bye.
Work.
Sickening.